Will Hollis. Will, just tell us a bit more about the source of this dispute.
Yeah, good afternoon from Lincoln, where I'm on a Communication Workers Union picket line right in the heart of the city centre. This is the second wave of strike action for these particular workers from BT and Openreach. The first one happened in July. That was the first time any workers from BT have been on strike for 35 years, 1987, and it's basically about pay. BT awarded a 5% pay rise back in April, but these guys weren't really too happy about that. That's enough from me, though. Just to give you a little bit more of a background, Mark Bastiani is the local secretary for this particular branch. Mark, you're on a really busy road over here. There's lots of people going past. What's the reception been like for your team today?
Absolutely perfect. We got every single member out. We're looking at the public are giving us so much support, and so they should be, because we've got strikes going on all over the country for different reasons. Well, it's for one reason. The reason is money. It's about the cost of living going up, and we're here. Our people here will work through the pandemic. All through, they're key workers, and for Philip Jansen to actually treat our members like this with the contempt of imposing a pay rise. This is where we're at. You know, every year the board has sat round with the CW and negotiated a really good pay rise. It could have been a 2-year pay rise or a 1-year pay rise, but they haven't even done that. You know, there's no other companies doing that around. We're seeing that more companies are trying to do this, and I think that's what they're trying to do, is union bust, and that is just my members are not happy. The cost of living is going right down. We've got call centres, people working at £19,000 a year, sitting next to somebody else who's on £31,000 a year. So, you know, we want to bring this up. We're not asking for the world, but we don't need a pay rise. We want a pay rise. We need something. But the company is not sitting around. The CW, Andy Kerr, and the General Secretary, Dave Ward, has sat around and said, we'll sit down at any time. Now, Jensen, your turn. We haven't heard from you. Now get round the table.
We are hearing cars going past, and they are pipping. You are getting the support, but also there are people who aren't happy about all of these strikes, RMT rail strikes, Felixstowe strikes. Are people right to be worried about the kind of disruption that might be happening in the next few months?
I think that there's a yin and yang there, but it's for a purpose. I think the public do actually understand, because we're all in the same boat. We're all singing off the same hymn sheet. If we were asking for a pay rise which wasn't deserved or couldn't have been afforded with, like if you look at BT PLC made 1.3 billion. Sorry, I was going to say million, but it's billion, you know, in the first quarter. Now, if they paid 0.5% of that profit to my members, that will be it. We'll go back to work. That's not a problem, but they're not, and it's continued. I think the public are with us, and the RMT, we will support them. They will support us. We've had people up here this morning walking past and saying hello and giving solidarity to us. So that's all we want. We want a fair pay rise. Simple as that.
It's no denying, Mark, that I'm a little bit younger than you. I don't remember, because I wasn't born in the 70s or the 80s, that era of strikes. But is this going to be a bit more of a milestone for seeing more strikes and seeing more union action and more solidarity, as you might say?
I think you are, and I think it's done for a purpose. It's not like the 70s, like an all-out strike. We're not doing all-out strikes. What we're looking at as well, because of our members, we don't want to see them go into hardship in respect of, you know, taking 2 days off this week. It's going to cause people there. We have a hardship fund, but I think the public and are on us. But what we need is the government to take action here. Yeah. We need their inputs, but they're not doing anything. I can't see them doing anything at the moment.
Mark, thank you so much for talking to us. We're going to be here for most of the day, speaking to these people and bringing you a few of the workers. Of course, Mark was a secretary for the branch, the local branch here, but we'll also be speaking to some workers a little bit later on for you, Gloria.